Hello everyone, my name is Nancy Whitman and this is Balanced Health Yoga Therapy. I want to welcome you to a sleep practice today where we will do a few poses that will hopefully improve your ability to sleep or improve your quality of sleep. You can pick and choose which ones you like or which ones you think will be helpful or useful to you. And I encourage you today to use props. I think today a block would be good and a strap would be good. If you don't have the block or strap, you can use something from your home which is similar. And I think, just approaching this practice from a standpoint of preparing to sleep or sleeping better would be to think about approaching it calmly and not rushing. You're thinking about being slow and steady, taking an awareness to your breath. If you have distractions, then you might want to put those aside. Some of them you can't avoid, like dogs barking in the neighborhood or something like that. But you could put your phone aside or you could put your tablet aside. And then just get in a comfortable seat, however that works for you, if it's here or here. If you're leaning back, you could lean back here. And then lengthen up that spine. Roll your shoulders back and down and try to get your ears over your shoulders. And then you're just trying to take a slow and steady breath. So your breath might be shallow or it might be uneven, erratic. It might be anything from the start of the practice. And then you're just going to try to smooth it out a little bit, making it longer. It's going to slow it down. It's going to help your relaxation response. So even if you wake up in the middle of the night, you can first think about your breath. What is it like when I first woke up? Why did I wake up? And then think about how you can change your breath by making it longer. Trying to make it smoother so it's not erratic. And trying to soften yourself. Feel your sit bones press into the earth, maybe the sides of your ankles, whatever position or posture you're in, your hands on your knees. And then when you feel like you're settled and you're ready to start this practice, go ahead and extend your legs. And we're going to lay down face up. I'll give you time, or you can pause the video. You might need a chair at the end, but you might not, so I just mentioned that. So we're going to lay down. You're going to take your strap, and you can have it in a loop or not a loop. You could just use the long end. It doesn't really matter. You're going to bend your right knee in towards your chest. And then take the strap and put it on the ball mound of the big toe to the ball mound of the little toe. Get your elbows down on the ground. And then extend your leg long. You're going to try to keep your elbows down so your arms don't do most of the work. And then slowly lift that right leg. Remember, you're working with the body you have today. And you're not going for pain. This is a calm, not rushed, not muscling through practice. And you're just going to lift that leg. You might notice what's tightest. Is it your calf or the back of your knee? Is it your hamstrings? I don't know. You have to check it out yourself. If you want something under your head, put it there. If you feel like your neck is going up. And then take the strap in your right hand and let your foot drop right. You can take your left hand on your left hip bone to make sure it's not lifting. Your poses, you can hold them by time, how many minutes you want to hold a pose, or by breaths, how many breaths you want to hold a pose. Like 1 to 3 minutes or 5 to 10 breaths. And slowly bring your leg back. You're going to switch hands. You can take your right arm out to the side, trying to keep your elbows down still. And this one isn't far. We're not going into a full twist. You're just dropping that right leg to the left. And you might be breathing into some discomfort. But it's not, we're not painful today. We're not painful ever in yoga. We shouldn't be. We should stop before pain. And then bring that leg back up to center. And you're going to bend your knee and take the strap off. Hold your knee with your hand so it's not floating somewhere in space. Press your left hip down and point and flex your ankle and your toes. Round your ankle, rotate one way, and then rotate the other. Put that right foot down and extend your leg. If it's too much for your back, you can keep your right knee bent. And then you're going to bend your left knee, pull it in towards your chest, and put the strap on the ball mount of the big toe to the little toe, and then straighten your leg all the way down. Put your elbows on the ground. Slowly lift your left leg up. Find a spot. Find a spot. Where is it tight? You can experiment with it a little bit. Your calf, the back of your knee, your hamstrings, all of the above, none of the above. And then with the strap in your left hand, put your right hand on your hip to make sure that right hip stays down. Drop your left leg left. You might feel your core engaged to help you with this. Slowly come back through center. You're going to switch hands on the strap, trying to keep that elbow down. Other arm out to the side and just go a little ways. You'll notice when you get tighter. Dropping your left leg right. Not going into a full twist. Trying to relax, breathe into that discomfort if you have any. And then slowly bring your leg back up to center. You're going to bend your knee. Take the strap off. Hold the knee with your hands. Push your right hip down and point and flex your ankle and your toes. Rotate your ankle in one direction and then rotate in the other. You'll put that foot down and extend your leg long. You can let your feet fall open and compare right side versus left side. Let's see where it looks. All right, then you're bending your knees and putting your feet flat on the floor. Push through your feet and your shoulders and try to lift your hips into a bridge. You can squeeze your glutes, you can engage your core, you could try to strengthen or lengthen your quads, whatever feels right for you in this pose. And then you're going to start with your shoulders and roll yourself down. Now, push through your feet and your shoulders and come up, and then take your block. I would say the lowest level because we're not trying to power through anything. And you're going to put that low underneath your sacrum, underneath your hips. Underneath, maybe even you can think of your tailbone. And let that block support your bridge. Your knees are still straight, they haven't fallen out. You can turn your palms upward to open your heart and open your chest and shoulders. Open your lungs for better breath. And then just take your breaths here. Your pace. When you're ready to come out of this, push down through your feet and shoulders again. Lift your hips a little bit, and then you can push the block out. Start with your shoulders and roll yourself down. If you feel like knees to chest would be good, feel better, you could do that right here. Rock or stay in the middle. And this next one, I personally do a lot. My hope is that you will find some poses that you enjoy doing and feel are helpful toward your sleep. So legs up the wall. And I'm going to show you legs up the chair too. So you can, if you know legs up the wall, you can go into it. If you go out into it and you want to stay there, just stay there. And I'm just going to show some options. So if you get your hips close to the wall, and then you're going to bring them up the wall. But here's the thing. You don't want to be in pain, and your hips don't have to touch the wall. If you feel like your knees need to bend because your legs are tight, your hips can be away from the wall. Or if you feel like they can be closer, you just kind of move yourself in. You want your legs to still be relaxed. You can always put a folded blanket up under your hips as well. Arms out, heart open, breath open, lungs open. And you can stay here. I'm just going to tell you the way to come out of it. When you come out of it, you're just bending your knees almost like you're sitting in a chair. And that allows you to roll right onto your side and push yourself up. And if the wall is too much for you, or doesn't even have to be too much for you, you could just be more comfortable with a chair or on your couch or wherever you want to be. You can do your legs up the wall like this. Something under your head. Arms out or touching your body if you choose. Stay here as long as you want. I'm going to go into Shavasana, but you can do your Shavasana with legs up the wall if you want to. When you're if you're using a chair, it's the same way to come out as if you were on the wall. You're just going to bend your knees and then roll onto your side to push yourself up. And then coming into a Shavasana, if you don't want to stay in legs up the wall, that's perfectly fine. Just get yourself into a comfortable posture. Shift your arms or shift your legs, whatever you need to do to try to be comfortable. You can put your hands on your body. You can leave your arms out, palms up, and get some more of that nice lung opening breath. And try a few longer, smoother, softer breaths on purpose. Feel your belly rise and your belly fall. And then let your breath go and let your breath be natural. Whatever natural feels like to you. And soften your face. Loosen up your jaw. Each time you exhale, maybe you can relax a little bit more. Feel yourself sink deeper towards the earth, where you feel you're held here and supported here. Feel safe here. And you can stay right here as long as you want to. Or you could, if you're in legs up the wall, stay in legs up the wall. Otherwise, you're going to bend your knees, and you're going to roll over onto your side. Use your hands and your arms to push yourself upright. And then coming to your comfortable seat, whatever seat that looks like. Roll your shoulders back. Bring your hands over your heart center. And thank you so, so much for coming together and sharing your practice with me today. Namaste.